For a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the Chad calling. Let me.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. I'm going to, hey, high 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch it.
Play action. Now it's locked. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's get that ball right here. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Right there.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Check out! Line 40!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Love. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the split! Watch the split! 11 feet!
Out of the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go!
Deuce! Watch twist! Watch twist!
Protein spill!
1-3. Check nickel! Check 3!
Rock it! Let's go!
On 2nd down, Swift. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Hey, stand off! Fight!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14 to 7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
Let's go.
Now a run with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Check out. Right, 40.
Team, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to go. It's locked. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
56. Too low, cut. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
G-Con, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Yo. Mike 56.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back to you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
No. Kill. He's checking.
Yes.
Hatchet.
Shoot.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. On the ground, it's Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time run right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Check out. 675.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. That'll be complete to Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Luck. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Cook. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 39.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go, Mexico.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, Locke escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go, set, 8, read.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. SOS, 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 SOS. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
6-6, pull it high.
Fresno, 36, 36.
Let go.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Ready, safety game.
6, right there, 56. Check,
5.
On first down, Swift. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
Ready,
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
It's going to be a long day.
ready.
Locke off of play action. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch your slack, watch your slack, watch your slack. He's coming. He's coming, don't look. Check three.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, orbit.
Don't get nervous. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Pilot, 64, wait.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check hot.
Get it.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
13 yards on the play. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Man, that's track.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Right there, 54, right there.
Deep grip.
On first down, Locke. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Locke looks to throw it again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
He's got a man. Complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Monday. Hey, Delta, you go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under 10. I'm under.
Now it's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Love. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Landon Collins on the cover.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Love. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Check out. 674.
From the gun, here's Love. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. First target, first catch, and a first down. Luck now to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him there. Find him. Find him.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lock. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 43. On first down, Lott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chopper. Check safety. Look at me. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check the backer.
Look, squeeze.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Vikings! Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
The score, Vikings 42, Packers 14.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Go ahead.
Kill. Check 3.
11B.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Oh, you got deep?
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 77 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark down.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dalvin Cook with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10.
56 is the mic.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
You're not ready.
Now Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins, 65 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Packers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now Locke. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, Charlie. 3 down.
Off play action. Locke. He's going to take a shot right away from, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
The score, Vikings 63, Packers 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Quo. Check right. Watch it.
Out of the gun, Locke. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Demir Berg, 85 yards. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Keep playing
At the 47-yard line.
Woo! Let's get it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, punk.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cortland Sutton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Vikings 70, Packers 28.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On 1st and 10, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
26 Mike. You got it.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And Locke will be intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Clock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Topper. Stand.
Check. Crowd.
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Watch out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. This is Cohen. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
You're out. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Watch the safety creep. Check 52.
H3, 218. Chopper.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 2nd down now, it's Wilkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.